Hello my motor enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into Williams' rollercoaster of a season in 2024 under James Vowles. Despite a commendable 7th place finish last year, they've struggled considerably this season, with just 4 points to their name, lagging behind giants like Red Bull and Ferrari. Alex Albon, however, has been a shining light, notching up 2 top 10 finishes in Monaco and Britain. Off the track, Williams scored a major win by signing Carlos Sainz for the 2025 season, signaling robust long-term ambitions. Yet, the season's low came during a harsh weekend in Australia, where a practice crash left them with no spare chassis, forcing them to run a single car. As we look ahead, the team is focused on bouncing back with new upgrades and a clear eye on the 2026 rules reset. Stick around as we explore how Williams plans to climb back up the leaderboard. Hey everyone! I'm Enzo, your host here on F1 Motor Fever podcast.
And I'm William, delighted to be with you all.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated on all things Formula 1. Let's put the pedal to the metal. Transitioning into the current season, Williams has found themselves in a bit of a quagmire. Despite a promising finish last year at 7th place with a total of 21 points after 14 rounds, this year paints a starkly different picture. With only 4 points to their name at the same stage, the team's strategy and performance are certainly under the microscope. Alex Albon has been the standout, managing to clinch 9th place in both Monaco and Britain, demonstrating his skill, especially in qualifying under tricky conditions. However, when you look at the broader scene, the team's reliance on Albon is palpable. He's scored 31 of the team's 32 points. The pressure on him must be immense, given the ongoing challenges. What's concerning is the broader implications of their current form. They faced significant hurdles, such as the chassis shortage that saw them miss a race. This raises questions about their resilience and capacity to compete under pressure, especially with teams like Red Bull and Ferrari consistently locking out the top spots.
Indeed, it's troubling to think about the long-term repercussions of these persistent issues. They've got plans, like the signing of Carlos Sainz and reshaping their technical team, but these are future fixes. The immediate future, though, looks quite daunting. If they can't secure more consistent points, they might find themselves slipping further, which could spiral into a series of setbacks affecting their long-term recovery and growth.
Absolutely, and their ability to bounce back in the second half will be crucial. Williams needs to tap into every ounce of potential and opportunity, especially with the 2026 rules reset on the horizon. They've got a tough road ahead, no doubt. Full throttle to see how they tackle these challenges. Diving a bit deeper into Williams' tumultuous season, the Australian Grand Prix really highlighted their challenges. It was a weekend to forget, with Alex Albon's crash during practice exposing a critical shortfall in their chassis availability. This incident forced Williams to field only one car for the rest of the weekend, leaving Logan Sargeant sidelined, a decision that sparked quite a debate among fans.
That's an interesting point. Coincidentally, I had a similar experience on a smaller scale recently. I was covering a local karting event where a similar incident led to a team having to withdraw one of their karts due to damage, and they too faced criticism for their decision on which driver had to sit out. It's fascinating how these dynamics play out, whether it's Formula 1 or grassroots racing.
Absolutely, it goes to show the ripple effects of such incidents across all levels of motorsport. With Williams, the decision was especially controversial given the implications for the team's standings and morale. James Vowles admitted the move away from their previous parts management system, which he bluntly called a joke, has been part of a broader effort to overhaul their operations. But clearly, there are teething problems.
Yes, and it's these kinds of growing pains that test a team's resilience and adaptability. The signing of Carlos Sainz seems to be a move to stabilize and invigorate the team, but there's a lot of pressure to turn these strategic changes into tangible results on the track.
It's a high-stakes game, and the second half of the season will be crucial for Williams. They've got to leverage every single opportunity if they want to climb out of this rough patch. Full throttle to see how they manage these challenges moving forward. At the Belgian Grand Prix, the message from Williams was clear: short-term pain for long-term gain. James Vowles isn't shying away from making tough calls, even if it means sacrificing opportunities now to focus on the bigger picture, the 2026 rules reset. It's a bold strategy, but it's one that could potentially redefine their future in Formula 1.
Indeed, and Alex Albon seems to share a cautiously optimistic outlook for the team. He mentioned that Williams has been without significant upgrades for the first half of the season, putting them on the back foot in a fiercely competitive midfield battle. But there's a spark of hope with potential upgrades anticipated post the summer break, which could see them fighting for points more consistently.
That's just it. The promise of these upgrades could be the turning point Williams needs to pull themselves out of this rut. They've been digging deep, pushing hard at the factory to roll out these developments. The second half of the season will be critical for them, not just to salvage this year, but to set the tone for their long-term ambitions.
Absolutely, it's all about momentum. If they can start to convert these efforts into points, it could build the confidence and stability needed to propel them into the new era of F1. It's going to be a fascinating watch to see how this all unfolds.
Without a doubt. As the teams head into the latter stages of the season, the pressure mounts, but so does the excitement. Every move, every decision becomes even more critical. It's what makes this sport so thrilling. The upcoming races are not just about the championship, they're about setting up for future success. William, fancy having a butchers at some internet comments on a topical motorsport matter?
Right, let's dive into the latest chatter. User 443610 mentioned, quote, Porsche declares Formula 1 a closed chapter after failed Red Bull bid, unquote.
Oh, that's quite a statement. What's the word from the virtual grandstands?
Well, it sparked quite the debate. Dan is Cool commented, quote, makers truly thought they could negotiate a 50% stake with a successful team at its peak. Should have opted for Williams instead, unquote. And the conversation just rolls on from there.
And what did the others have to say?
User Pete Kenny chimed in with a cheeky correction, quote, 51 actually, laugh out loud, unquote. And then Poopella adds, quote, the nerve, unquote, followed by Owen Welder who really amps it up, quote, the nerve, I swear down on me nan's grave, unquote.
Blimey, the language here's a bit ripe. If I read all that out, we might lose our sponsors.
Indeed, the thread does get a bit colourful. Later on, Valater from Australia just says, but then, leaving everyone hanging. And then F1 Addict 23 teases, quote, and there's more, unquote, followed by not Jack Begley who dramatically adds, quote, unless, unquote.
Sounds like they're having a real chinwag over there. Anything else catch your eye?
Oh, absolutely. Quote, the Corvus had a bit of a deeper take, saying, quote, 51% of the team where the Formula 1 team is at the spiritual heart of the company's marketing. Selling the team would be a worse insult than spitting on Dieter Mateschit's grave. Porsche making the bid just shows why they probably don't understand Formula 1 enough that joining is a good thing, unquote.
Quite insightful, that. Porsche's bid for Red Bull really seems to have ruffled some feathers and sparked a big conversation.
It's fascinating to see how a business maneuver can ignite such passion among the fans. It shows just how deeply people care about the integrity and future of their favorite sports, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Whether it's on the track or in the boardroom, Formula 1 never fails to keep us all on the edge of our seats. Thanks for tuning into F1 Motor Fever podcast today. We've had a riveting discussion around the strategies and challenges faced by teams like Williams and the intriguing Porsche Red Bull saga. It's been brilliant having you with us. Please do subscribe and activate those notifications so you never miss out on our episodes. Your support by sharing our channel with your mates and fellow Formula 1 enthusiasts on all social platforms, or even during a casual chat, makes all the difference. And if you've got thoughts on today's topics, drop us a comment, we love hearing from you.
Absolutely, and remember, we're here dishing out the latest and greatest from the world of Formula 1 every day. There's always something interesting rolling down the track, so make sure you stay tuned. You wouldn't want to miss what we've got lined up.
We truly appreciate you joining us and we're already looking forward to the next time. Until then, keep the passion burning and stay curious about the fascinating world of Formula 1 racing.
And as we always say, Enzo and William, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold.